Hello Libra, Sun, Rising, and Venus, and welcome to your reading. So Libra, today we're going to focus on your past, present, as well as your future. So with all that being said, Libra, let's get started. For Libra, Sun, Rising, and Venus, for their past, present, as well as their future. All right, in the past, we do have the Page of Pentacles. Your current energy is the Justice card. And then in your future, we do have the Fool. For some of you, you could be connecting with an Aquarius, possibly a Libra, maybe even a Virgo. Doesn't necessarily have to be the case, though. Okay. It looks like you're making a really, really big decision, Libra. However, there's a but to all of this, okay? I don't know if you're having a very difficult time seeing this decision of yours through, or if somebody's going to try to essentially change your mind when it comes down to this big decision that you're essentially making. We'll see, I guess, what comes out, because I'm kind of getting that either you're going to have a very difficult time seeing this big decision through, or somebody's going to try to convince you that you're making a terrible, mistake. But we'll see. We'll see. Let's look at this Page of Pentacles energy nonetheless. Okay, we have the Seven of Wands, we got the Ten of Pentacles, and then we also have the Lovers out here. Okay, so it looks like there's somebody here that you want to pursue a relationship with / life with. And with the Seven of Wands coming out here, which I find it to be very, very interesting, it kind of looks like you're very determined to not allow anyone to essentially stop you from pursuing a life with this particular person. I don't know, maybe you have family members and friends that don't really like this individual that you're deciding to go off and pursue a life with. I mean, that's a possibility. It's a possibility, but yeah, you're very determined to be with this person. You're very determined to pursue a life with this person. No matter what the hell anybody says, like, you're very determined to be with this person, build towards a life with this person. Like, you don't really care what anybody has to say. Like, this is the person that you want to go off and build and establish a life with. Okay. Fair enough. Let's look at the Seven of Wands. I'm kind of interested. Yeah, dude, it just kind of looks like you got people in your corner that don't really like this person that you're deciding to go off and pursue and establish a life with. Okay, so this person could be, a friend of yours or a family member of yours, but there's just somebody in your life that's like, yo, it's not gonna work out. It's not gonna work out. Look, I wouldn't pursue them if I were you. Like, I am definitely getting that. I just feel like there's somebody in your life that doesn't like this person that you want to go off and pursue and establish a life with. Okay. Okay. But it doesn't look like you care. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't look like you care that this family member of yours doesn't want you to be with this person, or this friend of yours doesn't want you to be with this person. It looks like you don't care. You're very determined to be with them either which way. Okay. Tell me more about the Justice card. Tell me more about the Justice card. Okay, we have the King and the Queen of Swords, and then we also have the Five of Cups. Okay. Going back to what I said initially at first, as far as like seeing this big decision of yours through, which now we know has a lot to do with you pursuing and establishing a life with someone is concerned. And remember when I was saying that there's either somebody who's going to try to convince you, right, that you're making a terrible decision here, or you yourself were going to have a very difficult time seeing this decision through. I don't feel like you're having a difficult time seeing, this through whatsoever. It kind of looks like this is the person that you want to be with and build and establish a life with, and it is what it is. But there's somebody in your life that's trying to essentially convince you that you're making a terrible mistake by pursuing them in a life with them. It's as if this person feels like it's only a matter of time, before this person lets you down. It's only a matter of time before this person hurts you. It's only a matter of time before this person betrays you and deceives you and, things of that nature. I feel like this person, in a way, is kind of planting that seed of doubt within you. I am definitely getting that. But even though they're kind of planting that seed of doubt within you, I don't see that stopping you from, pursuing them in a life with them. Tell me more about this person. Okay, so we have the Temperance card. We do have the Page of Swords, and then we also have the Knight of Wands. You know, it might come off as if this person doesn't necessarily want to see you happy, but I am definitely getting that this person does want to essentially see you happy. I am definitely getting that. They just don't like this person, like I said, that you currently find yourself connecting with. And it could just be things that this person has essentially put you through in the past that has caused this individual to not like this person that you're over here trying to build and establish a life with. That's definitely a possibility. Or maybe there's just something about this person that really does rub this individual, you know, the wrong way. Either which way, what I will say is this: it may come off as if this person doesn't want to see you happy. It may come off as if this person is jealous or envious, you know, of you and your relationship with this person. But with the Temperance card to the Page of Swords to the Knight of Wands coming out here, you know, I just kind of feel like this is somebody who doesn't want to see you get hurt. I just kind of feel like this is somebody who really does care about you. And when it comes on to this person that you currently find yourself connecting with, they just don't trust them. They just don't trust them. They just feel like they're going to end up hurting you and disappointing you and letting you down. And they don't want this, you know, individual to have the chance and or opportunity to hurt you or disappoint you and or let you down. Okay. I want to look at this King of Swords that you're connecting with. Tell me more about this King of Swords. Let's see. Okay. Well, so far so good. We have the Seven of Pentacles, so Three of Wands, and then we also have the Chariot out here. I mean, I'm not getting any sort of red flags off of this person that you're currently connecting with. I'm going to ask one more time. But, you know, this person does, you know, come off to me as somebody who is all in, you know, when it comes down to you and this dynamic that they share, you know, with you. I mean, you are somebody that they're very serious about pursuing and establishing and creating a life with. Let me ask one more time. Tell me more about the King of Swords. Okay, we have the Knight of Pentacles to the Queen of Pentacles, and then we also have the Four of Wands. This person does view you in a very, very beautiful lighting. I mean, that's one thing that I will definitely say. In other words, this person doesn't necessarily feel like they're going to find anybody better than you. They feel like they honestly hit the lotto when it comes down to you. Again, I'm not really getting any sort of red flags off of this person, so I'm not entirely sure what's leading this other individual to think and believe this person's going to hurt you or let you down or, you know, disappoint you. I'm not entirely sure what's leading this person to think and believe that about them. Of course, this person could just be judging a book by its cover. Maybe they could be looking at this, you know, maybe they're like taking one good look at this person and they're thinking to themselves, well, they look like a player to me. They look like a this, that, and the third to me. I mean, that's definitely a possibility. That's definitely a possibility. Tell me more about the Five of Cups. We have the Four of Swords, so Five of Wands to the Ten of Cups. I mean, I'm going to be honest. I think that you guys are going to have a very normal relationship with one another. I mean, I'm going to be honest. That's kind of what I'm getting for this connection. You and this person having a very normal relationship with one another. You guys are going to have your good moments and you guys are going to have your bad moments. You guys are going to have your ups and you guys are going to have your downs. Like, you know, in other words, there will come a point in time where this person's going to let you down. There will come a point in time where this person, you know, is gonna dry hump your last nerve. Like, all of these things are, yes, gonna, technically speaking, happen, but let's just be realistic here. Okay, let's just be realistic here, okay? That's a very normal relationship to me, okay, in my book, because no relationship is perfect. You're gonna have your ups and downs. You're gonna have your disagreements. There's gonna be times where you want this person to be there for you and they can't because they got X, Y, and Z to do, like, and then boom, you're left disappointed. Like, it is what it is. Like, you're going to have a very normal relationship, you know, with this person. But am I getting anything like catastrophic that you're going to find yourself going through with this particular person? No. You know, whatever moments of adversity shows up within this dynamic here between you and this person is things that the two of you will essentially overcome and basically move past. But am I getting anything like catastrophic that you're going to find yourself going through? No, I'm not getting that. But what I am definitely getting is that there's going to be times where they're going to piss you off. I'm sorry. And there's going to be times where you're going to piss them off. It is what it is. There's going to be times where you're going to let them down. And there's going to be times where they're going to let you down. Like, but whatever it is that you guys are going to find yourselves going through within this dynamic between the two of you, It's things that you guys will overcome together as a team. It's things that you guys will essentially move past. It's not any, you're not going to find yourself going through anything that would bring this dynamic, I would say, between the two of you to like an ultimate end. I'm not getting that for this connection, okay? I'm not getting that. Okay, so in the near future, we do have the Fool. We also have the Nine of Wands to the Two of Wands, and then we also have the Four of Pentacles. At the bottom of the deck, we do have the Nine of Swords, and then we also have the Seven of Cups to the Four of Cups. Okay, so in regards to the near future is concerned, this individual, I feel is going to continue to like plant that seed of doubt within you. Okay. It is primarily what I'm getting. And I think that it is going to cause you to like really question, you know, if this is somebody who means well, if this is somebody who, you know, genuinely has your best interests at heart or not. Here's the thing. When it comes onto this family member of yours or this friend of yours that just simply doesn't like this individual that you currently find yourself connecting with, okay? It's very evident to me that they clearly don't know this person that you currently find yourself connecting with the way that you essentially know this person, because there's no way in hell that this family member of yours or this friend of yours knows this person 10 times better than you do, okay? So let's just kind of keep that in mind, you guys, that this family member of yours or this friend of yours doesn't know this individual the way that you know this individual. So this family member of yours or this friend of yours could sit there and tell you that they're just this untrustworthy individual and you should really, really leave them. But I think that you know that that's obviously not the case. You see what I mean? Like, you know this person that you're currently dealing with 10 times better than this family member of yours or this friend of yours. I'm also getting that this person's projecting like their own stuff onto you too, because whoever this person is, it's definitely somebody who has been through a lot in prior, you know, relationships. So for them, they've never really had an actual good experience when it came down to love. You see what I mean? Hence why they're projecting their own stuff onto you. If this person has only dealt with a bunch of douchebags that are like refusing to essentially take them seriously, you better believe that they're going to look at this person you're currently with as a douchebag. And they're also going to look at this person as somebody who doesn't have your best interests at heart, because that's what they're accustomed to. That's what they're used to. Well, you're not dealing with a freaking douchebag. You're dealing with somebody who's actually very serious about you. You see what I mean? So it's like, this is just them projecting their own stuff, you know, onto you. And I think that you're allowing it to, you know, get the best of you and affect you. I think that you really do value this person's opinion. You know, I think that you really, really do value their opinion. But now it's kind of getting to the point where it's causing you to kind of like second guess, you know, your relationship, you know, with this person in particular. Yeah, just know that they're projecting their own stuff, you know, their own stuff onto you. Just know that. And just remember, they don't know this person that you currently find yourself connecting with better than you do. Like, if you truly felt like this person didn't have your best interests at heart, if you truly felt that you were dealing with a douchebag, if you truly felt that, you know, this is somebody that you really shouldn't be pursuing and establishing a life with, you wouldn't even be pursuing or establishing a life with this individual. If that's how you really, really felt deep down inside about this person, that's not how you feel about this person, you know, whatsoever. So I get it. You value this person's opinion. But I do believe that this person is definitely wrong about this person that you currently find yourself connecting with. Another thing too, because regardless of what this person thinks about this individual that you currently find yourself connecting with, you're still going to go off and be with them either which way. So it is what it is. It is in your best interest that when you guys do experience a moment of adversity within your marriage and a relationship with one another, that you don't run to this person. Don't run to this person. Don't run to this person, because it's that type of person that's going to influence you to get a divorce. It's that type of person that's going to influence you to leave this person the moment you guys have a fight/argument. Listen, arguing within a relationship is freaking normal. Okay, it is what it is. All right, it is what it is. It is what it is. No relationship is perfect. Let's just all kind of, you know, accept that reality already. No relationship is perfect. You're going to have arguments with this person. They're going to dry hump your last nerve. They're going to. anticipated, expected. But this is that type of person that, let's just say hypothetically speaking, y'all get into like an argument about whatever, right? This is that type of person that's gonna be like, girl, you need to leave him. You need to leave him. You need to leave him. You need to leave them, or you need to leave her. You need to leave her. 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 You know what I mean? Like, no, don't leave this person. Don't turn around and divorce this person because you got into like a really big argument with them. Like, this too shall pass. Like, it's just, don't gravitate towards this person and get into an argument with your significant other. Don't do it. Don't do it. Please don't do it. This person, like I said, unfortunately for them, I just feel like they've been through a lot in prior relationships. I think that this person is not the best at picking their partners, unfortunately. And it's because they typically gravitate towards the same type of individual, right? So like, you know, it looks like this person has been dealing with a bunch of douchebags, to be totally honest. So it's like they'll get rid of one douchebag and they'll, you know, entertain another douchebag, and then they'll get rid of that douchebag and they'll entertain another douchebag. They don't care about the nice guy. They don't care about the good girl. They just want, you know, the ones that are going to drive them insane and, you know, make them question everything under the sun. Like, this is what they typically gravitate towards. They keep gravitating towards the same type of individual over and over and over again. And then they tend to wonder, like, why they're single and alone and yada, yada, yada. Like, you got to understand also too, for this person, it's kind of hard for this person to essentially be happy for you and this relationship that you currently find yourself in when they themselves are, you know, currently single and they don't really have anyone. And that is something that could totally change, but it really does kind of start with them. They need to stop going after the same type of person over and over and over again. Like, they need to stop. Like, they need, if this is somebody who wants somebody that is going to take them seriously, they need to stop entertaining people that are not going to take them seriously, or start showing them that they're not taking them or their relationship with them seriously. You know, like, this person needs to, I guess, just get better at picking, you know, their partners and the people that they choose to go off and build and establish a life with. But like I said, it's kind of hard for this person to be happy for you, or anybody at that, when they themselves are single and alone and they don't have anybody. You know what I mean? So I think that it is safe to say that the reason why they feel the way that they feel is because they're projecting their own stuff onto you. And I think that this person feels, you know, also too, like they're just trying to, like, you know, protect you and make sure nothing bad happens to you because of everything that they've essentially been through. But again, going back to what I said, it's like they're projecting their own stuff onto you. Just because they dealt with nothing but douchebags doesn't make the person that you're currently with a fucking douchebag. That's not how this fucking works. You know what I mean? Like, I think that this person needs to essentially realize that they are not the best at picking the people that they choose to go off and build and establish a life with, and that's okay. Everything, you know, it's a learning lesson. It is what it is, but you don't have that problem, is basically what I'm trying to say. You don't have that problem like they do, as far as like they are concerned. They just unfortunately have a very difficult time picking the right person for them. As far as your overall advice is concerned in regards to your current situation, we do have the King of Wands, the Page of Swords, and then we also have the Six of Cups out here. So as far as your overall advice is concerned, don't stop seeing this person because this family member of yours or this friend of yours doesn't necessarily like them and they think this, down, the third about them. I think that their perception of this individual will essentially change over time. I just kind of feel like it's going to take time. For whatever reason, it just kind of feels like you have to kind of deal with this person, which is kind of making me feel like this is like a family member of yours possibly, or even a friend of yours. But I do feel like in time they'll see for themselves, like, oh, okay, like the person that Libra's with is not as bad as I thought they were. Oh, they're not this playboy girl like energy like I thought they were. Oh, they really do actually love Libra. Okay, like I didn't think so, but now I'm starting to realize they actually do love Libra. They actually do care about Libra. They actually do mean well. Like, their perception of your person will essentially change over time. And this is why I keep saying, like, they're projecting their own stuff onto you in this dynamic that they share with you. This has everything to do with them and the people that they choose to entertain, you know, more than anything. So with that being said, that is, you know, your overall advice is to just allow time to essentially play out, and they'll eventually come around and they'll eventually, you know, see, okay, this person really does love you, Libra. This person really does care about you. And don't allow this person's opinion of this individual that you currently find yourself connecting with create that, you know, that doubt within you, because like I said, dude, there's no way in hell that this family member of yours knows this individual that you're currently connected with better than you do. All right, let's just keep it a buck, okay? So that is what I have for you. Hopefully the reading helped, hopefully it resonated, and I will see you guys in your next reading. Bye.